Hey guys, what's going on? James here, and in this video today, we're going to be talking about should the Tampa Bay Buccaneers re-sign Ndamukong to a contract. Now, Suh played in all 16 games throughout the regular season. He started all 16 games, and he overall had a pretty good season. He had 6 sacks, 44 tackles, 9 tackles for loss, 19 quarterback hits, which is pretty darn good, by the way, 2 passes defended, and 1 forced fumble. So it was a slight improvement from the year he had last year with the team, but this year, he still continued to be a great defensive lineman for this team, both in run defense and a little bit in pass rush as well. This is one of the better years he's had in recent memory. He had a pretty good year with the Los Angeles Rams when he was there. Like I said, he had a pretty decent year last year, but overall, Suh played pretty good, especially when he needed to, whenever Vita Vea went out with his fractured ankle injury. I mean, Suh stepped up in a big way with other guys like Raheem Nunez-Roche, Steve McClendon, who they traded for, and Will Golston picking up a little bit of that slack as well. Suh overall played pretty good this year, and obviously throughout the playoffs, he did a decent job of getting pressure on quarterbacks and continuing to help in run defense. But should the Tampa Bay Buccaneers re-sign him? Will they re-sign him? Can they re-sign him? Well, he just played on a 1-year, $8 million contract, so if he were to come back, it would probably be around $7 million, maybe even $7.5 million. He is a little bit older in age. He's in his mid to, slightly late 30s right now. I believe he's 35 years old, 34 years old, around there. So there is a legitimate chance that he could just end up saying, hey guys, I'm done. I'm going to retire. It is what it is. I got my Super Bowl ring finally. Booyah, I'm calling it a career. I believe he just had some children as well, so congratulations to him for that. So he is a father now, and there would be no better opportunity for him to go out, at his age and saying, hey, I got my Super Bowl ring. Cool. I'm fine with, hanging up the cleats right now. So that is definitely something to consider. But if he does not retire, I'm not sure he is going to re-sign with this team. Now, should he? I mean, I don't know. I feel like right now a lot of people feel with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers first round draft pick, getting a defensive lineman is a huge necessity because a lot of people feel that defensive lineman in the first round could be a potential replacement for Suh. I mean, we were even talking about potential replacements for him in the future last year, getting somebody in the second round and then saying, hey, when Suh retires, or if we have to let Suh go into free agency because we can't pay him anymore, that draft pick can just slot right into that starting role. We were talking about that last year. I even made videos speaking about it. And there is another idea that, we just saw in the Super Bowl that could totally happen, but maybe moving Vita Vea to defensive end and having some situation where you have some type of nose tackle, be it, Nacho, Raheem Nunez-Roche, Steve McClendon if they decide to bring him back, or maybe even a nose tackle draft pick there. And then your defensive ends are Vita Vea and William Golston. That could totally be something that could happen. And even whenever I was watching the Super Bowl, Vita Vea as a defensive end looked pretty darn good, and I would absolutely love that. I mean, he's so freakishly athletic and strong, he can play anywhere along that defensive line, so maybe that's something they consider. I just feel like at the end of the day, I love Suh, and I was wrong about him in terms of his attitude whenever he was going to come into the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He's been a great professional, he has had a great attitude, and I think he's even been a strong leader. But this is one of those situations where you can't pay everybody. And Suh, while he doesn't cost a ton of money, $7.5, maybe $7 million, right now as it stands, I'm thinking that the Buccaneers are going to give a lot of money to Shaq Barrett. They're going to give a lot of money to Lavonte David. They're going to give a decent amount of money to Rob Gronkowski. And I just don't know if there's enough money to pass around for a guy like Suh to come back to this team. Be it he retire, be it he goes to another playoff contender and plays with them. Whatever it may be, I mean, he got his Super Bowl ring. That is awesome, and I'm sure Suh would love to come back to this team on a 1-year deal if he can. I just don't know if the money is going to be able to work, unfortunately. But, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you guys feel that Shaq Barrett might not re-sign with this team. Lavonte David might not re-sign with this team. and, you know, maybe they'll use that extra money and re-sign a guy like Sue. I just feel like in terms of priority, Lavonte David, Gronkowski, and Shaq Barrett, those are probably 3 of your top priorities. Probably the 3 top priorities in terms of bringing back free agents. And the rest of the guys, while they are extremely valuable to this team, you know, you can't pay everybody. And Sue is one of those guys where I'd love to have him back. Should they bring him back? You know, probably they should, just because he'd be a great help to the defense. I just don't know if they can. And at the end of the day, I don't know if they will. So that one's definitely up in the air for me. But give me your thoughts about this move down in the comment section below, guys. Do you think the Tampa Bay Buccaneers should re-sign Ndamukong Suh? And do you think they will re-sign Ndamukong Suh? Give me your thoughts, and maybe you can make the money work in some other way, or maybe you don't think they will re-sign one of the other guys that I've previously mentioned. But that's going to be it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you all in the next video or the next live stream. But until then, and as always, guys, goodbye for now, and go Bucs!